One Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Thursday, July 27th.
Most special day of the year.
Not really.
Because this is Patrick's 50th birthday. And he gets
It's
to
like
work.
being a really tired 40-year-old. This is where Jeannie's like, don't say we're tired.
Yes, it is 50 years ago. Do you know the story of your birth?
Well, I know how it started.
You mean how you were conceived?
Sure.
Well, we don't need to know that.
Yeah, I don't know really much of anything. I don't think my mom was a real birth story sharer.
We should find out.
I think I was born at like 11:30 at night or something. Like very similar to our kids. I think her labor started in the morning, but like my mom was definitely not I labored for 12 hours, you know. She wasn't that kind of person.
She probably just popped you out like...
My mom is tough. I could see my mom being like, get out of there. And then it was done.
So
my mom has like dental work done with no numbing or anesthesia because she'd rather suffer through a root canal than have a numb face.
If it was my choice, I'd be like, put me out.
She'd be like, knock me out.
I'd be like, put me out.
It's okay. Let me sleep for 2 days.
I don't want
to remember, and I don't want to feel it.
That's why the whole getting older thing is scary for me.
I mean, there's definitely some aches and pains, but for me, it was funny. This last weekend, we're getting to know a couple in Salt Lake City that we met a couple of weeks ago that we think are awesome. And I commented that I don't even know how it came up, but it came up somehow that my 50th birthday, I think they asked me how old I was, and I was like, I'm turning 50 on Thursday. And the wife has just turned 50, and the husband is like 3 years younger. I think he's like 47.
Same thing.
So I'm like, that's like me and Jeannie. I did my 2 years for half a year, 3 years for half a year joke. And
I don't think that joke is funny.
I know you don't. And then, yeah, my mom is a bad butt. There's no question. My mom was the kind of woman that, without a college degree, started at a hospital as a secretary and ended at the hospital as the SVP of operations and personnel. My mom is not to be trifled with. So, but anyways, this woman she's like, oh, how's that going? And I'm like, something tells me just from the way you asked that question, like you're contemplating. And she's like, yeah, 50's been different. And the only thing that I could say was like, I've napped twice in the last like 45 days. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, you guys know our life at the store is crazy. Hasn't it felt like this summer has been particularly crazy?
Yes.
So it's like, between the kids and graduation and, yeah, Jeannie is a cougar. Although she doesn't like that either. I bought her a hat that says cougar and she won't wear it. Yeah, it is. It's a hot older lady who likes younger men.
I don't know.
You're a cougar. You're my coug. I also bought her a hat that says Foxy, and she won't wear that one either.
Because
it's so cute. It's got a fox on it. She loves foxes, but she won't wear the hat.
Because I feel like then you have to live up to it, right? And there's definitely more days than not that I am not.
Did you ever hear from Linda
foxy.
Rains?
I worked here. Linda, did you get your stuff?
we've been tracking your stuff because
We just
it was
wanna make
like
sure you got
hesitating
it.
for a while in shipping. And so I think Jeannie had emailed you to ask you if you'd received everything. So, so this particular summer has felt crazy. And, you know, at the start of the construction on our house, like, I was like, no big deal. Like, now that we're approaching 3 months in and we're really close to the finish line, somebody asked yesterday if we'll share pictures, and sure, we'll share pictures once everything is done and set up and cleaned up. But I also feel like there's like a burden of stress to that just because it feels exhausting. Like they were out, they're doing a stair in front of our front door and they're using one of those mechanical pounders to set the base. And you know, so at 7 o'clock this morning, it was like, and we were up, but that like noise and everything else, there's like a certain level of stress to that.
Yeah, we had a cuddle session. Which
Not
was
us.
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
I would have
us.
preferred that. But the
With Momo.
with Momo.
Which is really special because we don't get those much anymore. Because Poppy inserts herself and then chases him off the bed.
I have been like manhandling Poppy when she tries to do that, which is why I think he jumped up to cuddle with me. And she's the one that he normally cuddles with, but he jumped up. Like I've just been like grabbing Poppy and like moving her like, no, you are not allowed to do this. But anyways, it's funny. I'm normally like Sunday I go out and mountain bike or rock climb, and then Monday I try to do something too. And between walking the dogs and everything else that's been going on this summer, there have been 2 Mondays where like it got to be like 4:30 and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down and sleep for an hour. So yeah, it has been a lot. So Jeannie's too young to be a cougar.
Oh, who
But
said
I think,
that?
but I
Who
think
said
it's
that?
Alice
Thank
Levinson.
you.
But I think, like I said, it's like just meeting the definition. She's met the definition since she was like 30.
I tell my kids, I'm like, it would be like, because I started school early. I told you that story where my mom just dropped me off and left me there.
They're like, please don't leave her here.
They're like,
And
take her
mom
home,
just
and my mom
left.
just left. So I tell my kids, I'm like, it would be like if I was a senior and Dad was a freshman, because you know that puts into perspective for them. If Dad
Which,
was a
whenever you see
freshman-
that, you're like, oh, that's creepy.
yeah, that would be totally creepy, right? But not anymore.
Although, like, I just met those girls in Utah, and like, I don't know when, like, you know, you have these images in your mind of like what people are supposed to look like and like how old they're supposed to look and what's going on. And I find myself now, it's funny because sometimes I'll meet somebody and like my reaction is like, oh, this person's old. And then when I think about it, I'm like, I think I'm probably older than they are.
Yeah, I used to think, oh, 50's old when I was 20. And now I'm 50, right?
You know, it's Carolyn commented that baby lock didn't help the stress. You know, listen, I don't want to make it sound like I would have kept baby lock. There's no question about that. I think there's a difference in opinion in the direction of their business. And I'm secure in our decision. Like, I don't think it'll have a major effect on our business. I don't think it'll have an effect on our ability to support. And quite frankly, I think we'll see how everything plays out. Like, it's always an opportunity. Somebody said to me after everything was all said and done that like when we were making that announcement, that what they really picked up from me was relief, that I seemed somewhat relieved. And you know, you can't, to a certain degree, it was out of my control. And it is what it is, you know. It's just been an incredibly busy year. and there's a lot going on. And I feel like once we drop the kids off at school, there's a certain level of stress that will drop. So, you know, those are the things that we have going on. And thank you all for the birthday wishes. Linda says she sent the email back with pictures. Could you email again? I need to talk to you.
Oh no.
So have the brother embroidery hoops come in yet? So we have received 6 of the 5x7 magnetic frames. Jeannie and I were just discussing. It's been super busy. And Jeannie and I were like, where are we keeping track of this? So we need to sit down and look at that today. If you had ordered one of the 5x7 embroidery hoops, then those are coming. The 5x7 embroidery hoops are often shipped with machines, and we had a machine order arrive as well. The rest of the brother embroidery hoops, and several people had reached out about hoops, and we've reordered hoops and are reordering hoops. Those ship from Tennessee, so those take longer to get to us. So that is just something. Would you just log into Facebook and make sure we're there? All of our comments so far have been on YouTube, which is no big deal. But I just want to make sure that the multi-stream is successful. We are, once again, for folks, like, just because people are kind of catching up with us again, click here.
Okay.
There, and then scroll down. It should be like the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, here we are.
That's yesterday.
Oh.
Keep going down. That's yesterday. Keep going down. That's
yesterday. So it's not there.
Do we have anybody watching on Facebook today? Was live. You're looking at me because
I'm looking. Is that you?
No, that's not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's super weird. I don't know. Will you go to YouTube and pull it in and just put the YouTube stream on Facebook? This is kind of what we have been experiencing, unfortunately. Oh, wait. Yes, it's me. So Sharon's watching on Facebook.
Hi, Sharon.
So we're there. Oh, there we are. Wait, no,
well,
you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it because Sharon's there.
I know. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's weird. For some reason, we couldn't see it on Facebook. Thank you, Sharon, for letting us know. So for those that watch on Facebook, I always recommend make the switch to YouTube. The video quality is better. There seem to be less problems there. You know, one of the things that happens with Facebook all the time is they like change their algorithm all the time. And then all of these platforms that multi-stream, they have to change the algorithm that they're using in order for the stream to be perfect. And quite frankly, we struggled with the multi-stream at times. Right now, bitrate, everything seems great. We're not seeing any problems, so maybe we're good. And we'll just kind of watch that. But essentially, we want to make sure that we
So Cindy's saying she upgraded her Stell Air. We sold
it's
updated. Sorry about that. Updates are the free ones. Upgrades are the ones that we pay for that usually come with like some kind of hardware. So we're going to get an XE1 out today. And
I want to talk about that.
Okay.
So the XJ1 is actually what she's talking about, which is the combination embroidery and sewing machine. The XJ1 is being closed out. There is going to be an upgrade for those machines.
Wait, what's being closed out? XE1 or
The
XJ1?
XJ1 and the XE1 are becoming the XJ2 and the XE2.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yes.
Okay.
We won't see those until the 13th of August. So for those of you with Altairs, Meridians, Stellaires, we'll be in touch with you about the fact that there's going to be an upgrade. So, yes, so there is a upgrade coming. I believe that that there will be I think it's the sashing frame that you'll be able to use. So if we've got Deanna watching, I'm gonna reach out to you, but like I wanted to confirm once I saw it.
And
I think it's the
that's the
7.5 by 13-inch frame.
I thought it was 7 by 14.
Well, it's like 7 by 13.5, I think. But I need to figure that all out, and then we will let you know. There will be in the upgrade a newer frame, and I think in order to use that frame, you will need to be upgraded. That said, no, the Destinies, the Dream Machines, those are discontinued machines. So while you may see future updates, and they would be very few and far between because they're not that those are not supported machines, but they have moved on from those machines, and the upgrades will be for the current line of machines. The closeout pricing on the XJ and XE are crazy. So, yeah, so maybe there's a new 7 by 12 frame that we haven't seen yet. That said, I do have one XJ. I can still get XEs. And the reality is, if you're price conscious, it's an amazing time to buy. These are $15,000 machines. They're selling online for $7,000 right now. My pricing at Brother was so good. The last one I sold for $6,000. So, I mean, they're less than 50% off. So, and knowing the price of the upgrade, which I can't talk about, if you're price conscious, and people always ask me about this, and don't make this mistake, you will never upgrade your machine to be the next machine in the lineup. People say it all the time. They go, well, I've got a Solaris 1, but it's upgraded to a Solaris Vision. No, it's not. The Solaris Vision is the Solaris Vision. The Solaris 1 is the Solaris 1. It can be completely upgraded, which means the operating system is the same and that there's no functional differences between the two. But what this will affect for you is your resale value. Solaris 1 will never sell as much as the Solaris Vision does. And so I always understand what you're saying, and this isn't to be harsh, but this is to help you make an educated decision in how you purchase machines. And so the reason I bring this up relative to Altair, Meridian, Stellaire XE1, Stellaire XJ1 is right now for $6,000, you could come buy an XJ1 from me. I can't talk pricing on the upgrade yet, but it's below $1,000. So if you were to buy those two, you're spending significantly less, because I can't talk pricing on the new machines yet either, but you're going to be spending significantly less, like a factor of many percentages, than you would on the new machines, because they cost us significantly less. So if there's somebody that's sitting on the fence and watching, Don't buy. And maybe something that we should do. Do you have time to do a demo
No,
next week?
no.
Are you being halfway serious?
Yeah. You do the demo. You do a really good demo.
I don't do your demo. Like, you don't think we could film a 20-minute demo?
Yes, maybe, possibly.
Okay, so
I still haven't done the lyric demo.
we don't need to do a lyric demo.
I think we should do a lyric demo.
Well, then let's do the lyric
okay,
demo.
get them out. I'll demo both.
So, so we're next week. Expect to see some posted videos, YouTube and Facebook, on demos on these machines. They're awesome.
But I always like them to know, and you've already told them that there's something new is coming out.
I've been saying that from the very beginning. Like,
Yes.
We did not know at the beginning. So
Yes.
if anybody bought a Stellaire, Meridian, an Altair from me starting in May,
Yes.
and quite frankly, Brother dropped their price almost 2 months before Baby Lock did. I wasn't sure if it was like, so I think it was in May, Brother dropped the price. I actually told people in April, wait until May 1st. Anybody that was buying the machine in May, we don't know what they're doing. It could be that they're just reducing inventory.
Yeah.
But then in like mid-June, when Baby Lock also dropped the price with certainty, we started saying we think there's a new machine coming, because they're closing out and preparing for the new machine. The new machine will be mechanically identical to the old machine. Software upgrades, I think there's some hardware involved in the upgrades. We haven't seen them yet, but we're always going to tell you when we think this stuff is happening.
Yes.
And so, you know, that's that. But for anybody who's been sitting on the fence, and I need to call Lois, for anybody who's been sitting on the fence, don't sit on the fence, because
off the
every time this happens, this is what happens. We get to September, the closeout machines are gone, and then somebody comes in and they're like, what I'm really here to see is the old version of the machine because I wanted it $6,000.
Yes.
And you're like, it's gone, can't happen. There's the new machine.
Remember
now you're
when
spending
the
9 or 10 or
Luminaire, right? When it went from the 2 to the 3.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and that deal was like
I mean,
unbelievable.
that the deal that we had on the Brother Luminaire was crazy when they were closing it out and moving to the XP2, or from the XP2 to the XP3. We were buying as many as we could get our hands on to close them out, and then the deal went away.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
And then everyone was so sad.
And then the people, like, we had a lot of people that showed up in like September and October that were like,
Why can't
I get this for the price that you were selling it for 2 months ago? And it's like,
because our pricing went
our
up.
pricing went up. Like,
Yep.
the only thing that's available is the new machine, and the new machine is more expensive.
Yes.
So if you are contemplating to think about, stop, get in here, come see us, get it done.
Can we ship all
It's
those?
going to be an amazing deal. I can ship the Stellaire.
We can ship
I
all
can't
those.
advertise the price on the website at $59.99.99, but I can talk about it. And so that's that. So don't think about it. Reach out to me. Let's get it done. So, what else do we have to talk about? I have 2 remaining lyrics at that closeout price. We're talking about a $2,500 machine that is selling for $1999.99 online. I'm selling it for $12.49. We started with like 8 of them. I'm down to 2. So let's get it done. Once again, if you miss those, they're gone. I'll have the Brother 950, which comes with the Quilt Club bundle. It'll be a great deal, but you're going to spend several $100s more. So once again, quit considering to evaluate, to contemplate. Let's make a decision and get it done while the product's still in the store. Last touch. Thank you so much, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Last touch on closeout machines. pretty much the only thing remaining. I have a couple of Surgers left. Most of the Surgers don't have closeout pricing because the current pricing on the Surgers is phenomenal. P.S. by the way, we're going to have some upcoming news that's really exciting regarding Surgers and some stuff that I'm pretty fired up about. On this table is the rest of our closeout stuff. It's all pretty much open box. I've got things like the Bloom. We started with 4 of them. I'm down to the display. $3,500 machine. Online for $24.99.99. I'm doing it for $14.99.99. That's stupid. Like, I'm covering my price. If you're contemplating to consider to evaluate, let's stop. Let's just get the deal done.
Yeah,
and everybody's happy.
The map pricing for that's $2,500.
So I'm $1,000 below map and $2,000 below MSRP on that machine. And that's why we started with 4 and we're down to 3.
Normally we couldn't say that price, but we're not.
But nobody can tell us what to do anymore.
They can't tell us what to do.
So I've got one Aurora, which is kind of like the Verve. It's the wireless version of the Verve.
Okay. That's normally how much?
That is normally $799.99. No, don't look that up. Look up Aurora.
I don't like your tone. Did you hear me? I don't care if it's your birthday. I don't like your tone. Okay. It is $9.99.
They're normally $14.99.99.
The online.
The online price is $999.99.
$1,000.
I'm selling it for $799.99.
So $200 less than map pricing.
And almost half price.
Yeah, and nobody can tell us what to do.
I have 2 Verves. Look up the Verve, see what people are selling them for. The Verve closed out. So those were $14.99.99. The Verves went
same thing
to
$1,000. Oh no, that's the Aurora. Why doesn't it come up?
Because you got here. So the only thing I see with Verves are used machines.
Wait, let's keep it because I'll sell it in this. I can, because it'll be such a good deal.
I'll do the Verve for, well, and it's funny because I'm just looking right now. Meisner's got them for $899.99. I'll do it for $499.99. That's a crazy, crazy, crazy deal.
Crazy deal. We can put these on the site too, right?
You can put them on the site.
We're gonna put them on the
site. Nobody can tell me what to do.
We can't get in trouble.
I got 2
what
ballads.
What are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? You can't sell us anymore?
I got.
All right.
I got 2 Baby Lock ballads. These are machines that, is there a soprano on the table? There's not, but I've got a Brother 1350. It's a better deal because it's got a $400 quilting bundle. And we can talk about that. Same exact machine, but it's got the quilting bundle, meaning it comes with what, $250 to $300 more stuff.
Yeah.
That's a machine that retails, I mean, call it $3,000. I'll do the Brother for.
Can you say the price on
that? Yeah, as long as I'm just saying it. I can't advertise it, but I'll do it for $1899.99. On what? Sewing machines or vacuums? Sewing machines are 2 weeks, and that's conservative, and vacuums are about a week. Thank you. So, I mean, these are crazy deals. So don't stop to consider to evaluate.
The Vesta? We have 1 Vesta.
I have 1 remaining Vesta.
Maybe I should take the Vesta.
You've been thinking about a machine forever.
I need a travel machine.
It's either the LB 500.
And my price? Free. Well, not really. You know, because we paid for it.
So I have 1 remaining Vesta. Let's just say if we don't sell the
6x10.
Vesta,
It's
like
the
the Aventura 2.
Yes. A combo machine.
5x7, 6x10, slide-in frames, cuts, jump stitches, larger color screen, really pretty machine.
Online price
is $39.99.99. They're normally $6,500. I'll do it for $29.99.99.
$1,000 less than map pricing.
If any of this gets purchased on the website, by the way, like if you go to our website and you purchase it,
Yeah.
I'll just reduce the price. I'll just refund the money back to you too, or call the store. But those Baby Lock ballads, they're $67.50 normally.
They can't tell us what to do.
They're normally $67.50. I'm doing the ballads for $3,000.
$3,000.
That's stupid. I'm covering our cost and just getting them out of here. I can't send them back because
the ballad,
they're open box. We used them at a show and showed them at a show.
Yeah, the ballad is gives you 11.3 inches of throat space, and so when we're talking quilting, sewing and quilting and piecing, that every inch counts. That throat space, that area where like the if you're piecing and quilting where it kind of like rolls up and that makes a huge difference.
We were a big Janome dealer, Rebecca, till 2018. Like if you look behind my desk for 3 or 4 years, we were their 4th largest dealer. So what you should do is call us and tell us what you want in Janome and help us let you understand why there's maybe a product that we'd recommend over that one.
Yeah.
So, scan and cut pricing. That's a internet protected product. I think the national deal on the SDA. Yeah, we're insane. The East Coasters will get that one.
Crazy Eddie.
I was having a conversation with another retailer and he goes, you should be like Crazy Eddie, or who was the guy, not the ShamWow guy, the guy who died of a heart attack.
Was he ShamWow?
No, the ShamWow guy's a different guy, but he was like a famous
and he got you so excited.
Well, but he's like, you should be like Crazy Eddie or that guy, get all cacked up and go out and be like, wah! So he's like, maybe that's the key to being successful online.
We're high on life.
There you go.
We're high on life, and we're high on selling sewing machines and vacuums here at A1 Vacuum and Sewing.
So,
holy crap, this is nuts.
No, I was just saying I have 2 lyrics left. That's it. 2. Quit thinking about it. If you want one, get one.
Terry,
I started with 8. There are 2 remaining. So
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays. Yeah, that's right.
I remember Crazy.
So Terry, if you want a lyric, get one. Don't wait. And like this happens. How often do we have people that come in that are like, I'm here for that machine? And I'm like, I sold them all yesterday.
I did that with my first embroidery machine. I was like, I need to think about it. And then I called like 2 hours later and he sold it. And then he ended up making me a deal anyways. But you know, when you want something and you can't have it, it makes you want it more. So, what? Anyhow, whoop. Sorry, I just went to lean on the table. There was no table there. It was just air. Okay, let's talk about a couple other things. Are you done pitching?
I am done pitching.
How about the coronet?
I have 1 remaining coronet.
We sold our regalia.
$69.99 is normal price on the coronet. I'll do it for, I need to look. I think I'll do it for like $44.99.99. The regalia's gone. I had a bunch of people call about the regalia, and I had a bunch of people call about the 10 needles, and those were gone like that.
Are we going to replace the long arms?
Yes.
So we'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We'll let you know. Okay.
All right, I got to go get cash in the register and maybe get to work.
Okay.
Don't wait. Call.
Most
I'll get all Billy Mays on you.
today.
Woo!
That's how a 50-year-old does it.
Yep. I think he was about 50 when he died.
Oh my God. That's because they do too many drugs.
So, thank you.
All right, perfect.
So, do we have anything else to talk about before we get to work?
Yeah, I do. You can go.
Acai. Do you?
Hang on a second. I'm trying to add something. Okay.
All right. Remember, tomorrow is Tech Day.
Oh yeah, Patrick talked about that. Tomorrow we are going to do Tech Day, which is going to be like if any of you any of you do Car Talk, remember Car Talk? With on NPR, I think that was on like Sunday mornings, and I'm Click and Clack. I wasn't even a car person, but I just remember listening to that and just being like entertained by it. But we're gonna do something which hopefully you'll find more interesting, which is gonna be Tech Day. And so these are gonna be tomorrow's gonna be a day for you to like call in. Are we gonna call? No, you'll just write in. Should they call in? Maybe you'll call in. And we're gonna answer technical questions. Which, I mean, our store, we do so much service. There's been several times where our store has been the first store to even identify the problem. So, and I think that comes from like Patrick having a really mechanical brain and our techs having so much experience. So, if you have an issue with your machine or something that you've wondered about, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm going to talk to you about a couple other things. Number one, I want to talk to you about, I sent out an email this morning because I don't always live up to the things I say I'm going to do. I try, but sometimes I'm a pleaser. I want to do it all. I want to make you all happy. But this morning, oh wow, we just got, you know what happens? We'll have a comment and then no comments. And then all of a sudden they fill up like suddenly and instantly. Pam, we can get you a new scan and cut. You definitely want a DX. You want something with an auto blade. I should just get it. Yes, Terry, just get it. Are you guys have to animal mascots? Our dogs? I have an HG9 thoughts. HG9, is that the Janome? And I think that was like one of the smaller travel machines. So with regards to Janome, but I can't remember exactly. We stopped selling their kind of the lower end things. Because we could give you more for your money with a baby lock or a brother. And for our shop, it's always been about giving you the best product at the best price. We definitely had issues with embroidery, and that's why we stopped selling their, and this is somebody that loved Janome and Elna and wanted to be a Janome Elna girl. I had the 15,000. We had issues with embroidery, so we stopped selling the combination machines and the embroidery. We were selling the midline, and which we really, really liked. But there were reasons why we felt like the Baby Lock and Brother machines were better. Anyways, so we could definitely find you something, Rebecca. We could talk about the HT9 and we could talk about it. So what do we eat for plastic behind you? Are we talking about this? This is going to go up as a deal of the day. I actually was putting some deals of the day up. Alice, I thought about you before I sent that email, and I was like, maybe I should have Alice start. Maybe I should have her proofread my stuff and make it better for me. So, okay. Bullet point. Let's talk about one thing at a time. I did send out an email this morning. I have a lot of people and I sent it out to my my Kimber Bell email list. I have a tagged Kimber Bell email list, my Falling for Autumn, and my KB event, because I think some of you aren't on some of the other lists. And what I sent out was something from Lynn Geldmeyer that she shared with us about doing your blocks for the confetti table runner. Do you mind grabbing me one of those confetti table runners that's on the side? On the very bottom shelf? On the very bottom. Oh, there's nothing there anymore? No. Shoot. Okay. We had 2 left, and so maybe I pulled them. I'm going to grab one out of here. Yeah. So, this is the table. I have 2 left, but we're going to cut more. Here's the table runner or table topper. And then Lynn Geldmeyer had sent some suggestions about how you could do the border blocks. So I sent you links and pictures of that. I also sent you, Dwani shared with us a spreadsheet that's amazing that has all the projects, and then it has a list of all the threads that are in there, so you know which ones you need to get, which ones you need to add, which ones you have repeats. And then I also added a link to the Kimber Bell website, because they have a document there that shows all their fabrics and then the threads that match. So I did send that out. If ever you don't want to be on that email list, just let me know and I'll take you off. And I try not to send out too much because I don't want to, I know I get overwhelmed with email. So is it too late to get in? Cheryl, it is not too late. Yes, I did get these in. I did have people request them, and we were doing these for $229. $229. We did them for $179. Those were ones we were clearing out. Sold all of those. We're still, it's like it's below map. Just yeah. So send me your name, send me your information if you did want to get one of these. It's a 5x7, and they're fantastic. This morning, the other thing I did was, let me see, did I miss anything? Rebecca, send me an email and I'll add you to my Kimber Bell email group. Is it updated with their, that's a question for Kimber Bell. I think they periodically go in and update it. I didn't really scan through the whole thing. I just cut and paste the link. I kind of just wanted to put everything, because it's hard, right? Where do we find all this stuff? Like, I got one thing from the Glide site. I got one thing from the Kimber Bell site. I got two things from customers that shared things with me that said it would be okay to share with you. So, and I just put it together in one email. The other thing I worked on, and I sent this to Christine. She does our marketing. You welcome, Vicki. I sent this to Christine, and I'm having her proofread it. But I did put together a challenge. We normally do like a challenge. We used to do them more often, but maybe once or twice a year. Glasses, purple, yellow, diamond. I don't know what that means. But normally we do this once a year, or we would do it like 2 or 3 times a year. We're doing a challenge. I was talking about it with Patrick this morning. I was like, you know what? I still want to do that challenge because I think it'll be really fun. And so I wrote it and I sent it to Christine. So I'm waiting for her to like proofread it and then do all the parameters. We're going to do an A1 challenge. And the A1 challenge is going to be with the table topper. And I'm just going to kind of just go through it really briefly, and hopefully Christine will have it up. We'll be able to put it up. So don't worry about having this done. If you already have it done, fine. So for the challenge, you will need to create a one-of-a-kind table topper, and they might look a little bit similar. The center square is going to be 9 inches. Just so you know, these are fat 16ths, which means they're 9 inches by 11 inches. So I know I said 9 inches, but really if you're piecing that in the center, it needs to be 9.5. So you might have to go through your stash and find a piece of Kimber Bell fabric that's 9.5 by 9.5 inches. You might not be able to find it in here because it's all cut 9 by 11. The blocks have to be 12, because there's 12 that go around it to go around your 9 by 9 square. Have to be 4.5 inches, which is really 5 inches by 5 inches. And you must use Kimber Bell fabric. Does not have to be what's in here. Does not have to be. I'm gonna post this, so don't worry about like remembering everything. It has to be Kimber Bell fabric. However, it doesn't have to be in here, and you don't have to buy this kit. You can just use any Kimber Bell fabric in your stash. You could do all tone on tone. You could do all pinks. You could do Halloween themed. You could do whatever you want. And be creative with your borders. So you can do your borders anyway. You can be creative with any of this. I'm going to have 2 categories of winners. Best quilting. You could just use clear blue tiles. Or you could just be like, some of you are amazing free motion quilters. Some of you are amazing with ruler work. So best quilting, and it's nice because it's not going to be a huge project for you to get through. So you can go as deep with this as you want. And then the other category is going to be most creative tabletop. So that's just all around, which one is most creative. Each category, there's two categories: quilting and just most creative top. We'll get $100 gift card, and I know you'll have no problem spending that like that, right? We're gonna do this until the end of August, so it'll be the end of August. You'll submit your entries. I will give those to Christine. She'll compile them, and then the A1 customers will vote. So it will be a jury of your peers. And I don't know if I missed anything. That's why I'm giving it to Christine to kind of look at. And but we are going to do a challenge with the table topper. Last night, the other thing I did is I sat down and I created a paper piece pattern, because I was looking at that and it looked almost paper piece, but as I looked at it, I realized there were like this, like the top row was even, the middle row and the bottom row. So I wanted to see how Kim did it. And because I have it's almost like whack and stack. I feel like she sewed it together in one way and then cut it up and then sewed it back together. So I wanted to see how she did it, and then we can see what everyone else comes up with. How do I email you? Hey, Heather, do you mind throwing my email address in? So, Jeannie, JEANNE, A1SEW at gmail.com. So, or you can email me through the store, but that takes a little longer because Patrick goes through that and sends it to me. Last time I looked at new fabric wasn't on the KB site. Oh yeah, so that's a KB thing. But I would, that link, I think they'll update it. They haven't updated their thread. Was much, much better. Thank you. Was much, I pulled that. So, do we have to use that kit? No. You do not have to use the kit, but you do have to use Kimber Bell fabric because it's a Kimber Bell topper. So I thought, let's go ahead and use Kimber Bell fabric. But I do have one last 6x10 in stock, and I will get more, Shelly. So if you want me to pull that, I'll pull that for you. Where is the pattern for this if we have our own? There is no pattern. They didn't have any pattern, nothing to offer. It's going to be a 9-inch square in the middle, finished. And then 4.5 inches on the side, finished. So that means 9.5 in the middle, right? Because half an inch, quarter inch, 9.5. And then the blocks 5 inches because it's like two sides on each one. So unfinished. There is no pattern. This is you. You're going to put it together. Is it just, I've never done a string quilt. So I was online looking at how she did this because I don't know. Is there a picture of the table topper somewhere? This is going to be the confetti table topper. And I'm going to put this together, this email. I've already, see, it's here. Kimber Bell Confetti Table Topper Challenge. And it'll have that picture in it. And then it's going to have the, the rules. But I'm just going to have, Miss Christine look at it first and just make sure, it looks right because she always has such good ideas. And then she'll organize how we'll put it together on, it'll go up on Facebook. So, and how much is the kit? The kit's $17.99. So if you want to get a kit, we're going to be cutting more of those because we have 2 less, but the gals will cut more of those. The other thing I wanted to talk about really quickly is deals of the day. These are going to go up. Oh my God, who doesn't love Tula Pink? Hey Brian, were you able to tag it daily? Just type in daily and just square check the 2 top boxes. Do you know what I'm talking about? Tags? You know the tags?
Just for tags?
Yeah, just type in daily and tag the top 2. This is from Tula Pink. How much is this? $27.99. Isn't it beautiful? I love project bags. I love clear project bags. This is going to be on the site. We're going to do it 20% off. So it'll be 20% off the $27.99. And then, and I'll show you how to, we'll do this in just a little bit. Ryan's new to this. So this is going to be on there. The other thing that's going to be on there is, I thought I had you, oh, this amazing book. Where's the book? This amazing book. I love this book. Home for the Holidays, to get you into the holiday spirit. It's $29.99 and it's going to be 20% off. What I loved about this book is I loved the quilts in it, because I thought they were like pretty simple, like something that you could get done. But you know, depending on your fabrics, look how cute that pillow is. So whether you're a beginner quilter, we did this. Anna did this for us as a flannel, like one of those like snippy quilts. So it just had so many fun projects, pillows, table runners, just everything. I love this one. This is like one of my favorites, and you could do this with everything. Jeannie's email, jeannieA1so@gmail.com. JeannieA1so, and there's no I in my name, just like Shelly spelt it. JEANNE, the letter A, the number 1, so @gmail.com. So, just super fun. So if you're looking for a book that you can use and you can do all the quilts and just have such a good time, this is such a great book. So this is on the site too. And then the last thing I want, okay, Stephanie Boyd did all of these, and I keep talking about doing a trunk show for her, and I haven't done it because we just get busy, and then I just haven't. But she did all of these amazing embroideries, and these will go up on the site too. One of the things she did for us was she did a bunch of these. This is spectacular eyeglass cases, and it's summertime, so you need, and even if it's not summertime, so you could make these for your sunglasses, you can make these for your regular glasses. These are the different patterns that are in there, and it's all in the hoop. This, oh, is it, it's time for me to start? Okay. Spectacular eyeglasses. This is $29.99. It's on the site at 20% off. Here's one of the ones that Miss Stephanie did. I was framed. How cute is this? This would make a great project to just put these together as gifts for the holidays, or craft fairs if you do those, or we're makers. I know you're a maker, I'm a maker, and you just want to make. How much fun is this? And then you just pop your glasses in there. You can pop it in your bag where it's not going to be get scratched. So so this is on there. And the other thing, I think I just put it on the site because Stephanie needs to come pick these up because I've had them for so long. Look how cute this is. If you love gnomes, OESD has a pattern called Gnomes for All Seasons, and it's just gnomes and all different holidays. Great little present, or you could put it on a tea towel. You could do so much with this. So I will get that up there too. We'll do that pattern at 20% off. It's $39.99. And I think that's it. Have a great day. Be creative. Make something incredible. And we will see